Let's find out about the absolute reference. Absolute reference is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to another cell. To use absolute reference in a formula, you need to add $sign before the column and row number. For example, $A$1 plus $A$2 is an example of absolute reference. Let us calculate the incentive amount at the rate of 10% on monthly sales. Type 10% in the cell D1. Now click on the cell D4. Type B4 is to $D$1 and press the Enter key. The cell D4 displays the value 100. The first cell address B4 has no $sign, so it is relative reference, and the second cell address is fully absolute. Therefore, when the data of the cell is copied, the first cell reference changes accordingly in the new location, but the second one remains the same, that is $D$1. Now, copy the formula by dragging the mouse pointer to the rest of the cells. Now, let's talk about the mixed reference. It is a combination of relative and absolute reference. In this type of reference, either row or column has to remain fixed. $A1 plus $A2 is an example of mixed reference. Let us use this method to calculate the actual expenses. Type 50 in the cell D2. Click on the cell E4. Type $C4 minus D$2. Press the Enter key. You can further calculate the actual expenses for other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to the desired range when it changes to the cross symbol. Alright, now let us discuss about the circular reference. A circular reference occurs when a formula in a cell refers to its own cell value directly or indirectly. For example, if you enter the formula A1 plus A2 into 3 in cell A2, you are making the formula to refer to its own cell value, which is not possible. A warning, as shown in the figure given below, will be displayed in such a case. As soon as you click on the OK button of the warning dialog box, 0 will be returned in the cell containing formula. The status bar will also notify you that circular reference is found in the workbook and the address of that cell will be displayed on it. Now we shall talk about the cell reference of another worksheet. You can use the cell reference of one worksheet in another worksheet. This can be done in two ways. Students, let us understand how to copy-paste option. Click on the New Sheet button present to the right of the Sheet 1 tab at the bottom of the screen. A new worksheet with the name Sheet 2 will be added. Now enter the data as shown in the figure. Click on the Sheet 1 tab. Now click on the cell B11 where the sum function is used. Copy the formula using Ctrl+C. Click on the Sheet 2 tab. Click on the cell B11. Now, paste the formula using Ctrl+V. The cell will display the result of the formula, that is, summation of cell values. Okay, let us understand how to use sheet reference. In this method, we use sheet number, exclamation mark, and cell address to refer to a cell of a particular worksheet. For example, by writing sheet 1, exclamatory mark D4, comma, we are referring to the cell D4 of sheet 1. Let us try to use this method to calculate the total salary. Click on the cell C4 of sheet 2. Type B4 plus sheet 1 exclamatory mark D4 in it and press Enter. This will add the incentive amount present in the cell D4 of sheet 1 with the salary present in cell B4 of sheet 2. You can further calculate the total salary for other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to the rest of the cells when it changes to the cross symbol. Let me tell you that the easiest way to define names for cells is to click on the name box at the left end of the formula bar. Type a name for the range and press the Enter key. Okay, let's understand how to rename a worksheet. By default, the worksheets in a workbook are named as Sheet 1, Sheet 2, and so on. You can rename a worksheet in order to make it more relevant for users or readers. Usually, we name a worksheet considering the type of data it is holding. For example, if a worksheet contains daily attendance, you can name it as Attendance. Let us do it practically. Right-click on the Sheet 2 tab in the worksheet. A shortcut menu will appear. Click on the Rename option. The Sheet tab gets highlighted. Assign a new name for the sheet by typing on it, say KIPS, and press Enter. Note that the name of the Sheet 2 gets changed to KIPS. Now let's talk about how to change color of a sheet tab. Right-click on any sheet tab and select Tab Color option from the shortcut menu. Select any color from the display choices and observe the change. Alright, now let us understand about functions. Functions are the pre-designed formulas in Excel to perform both simple and complex calculations. Functions save time and eliminate the chance to write wrong formulas. They accept arguments and return values. Arguments contain the information you want to calculate. Arguments are the input values to functions. The values are given within parentheses. Arguments can be numbers, text, etc. and are enclosed within parentheses. Function begin with the equal to sign followed by the function name and then the list of arguments separated by comma within the parentheses. For example, semicolon equals to function name, argument 1, comma, argument 2. Okay, let us now find out rules to enter a function. All Excel functions must begin with equal to sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name. For example, sum, average. Function name must be followed by an opening and closing parenthesis. Arguments are enclosed in the parentheses. For example, equal to sum, bracket in A1 is to A5, bracket close. Okay students, let's know more. Microsoft Excel follows the BEDMAS rule to evaluate the mathematical expression. Excel uses this method automatically when a formula contains more than one operator.